that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark job. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur game, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight. Welcome to the post-game show. Unfortunately, our Philadelphia Eagles have gone down to the Commanders. What it was, 33, if I'm not mistaken.
36-33.
Oh, 36-33. And it was. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I'm really not. I mean, we should have won the game, but I'm not going to go to Vegas route. But it's just some funny things, man. Just some funny things, man. Five turnovers.
5 turnovers beat us. Come on, defense.
Defense had a very uncharacteristic
y'all the most
performance.
You weren't consistent. You caused 5 turnovers, and then all the other stuff was self-inflicted. They should have never had them points on the board.
Not ever. But yeah, it was a strange game. I think it was an uncharacteristic loss for this team. I don't think it was anything that
drop passes.
Drop passes. I don't think that it's anything that other coordinators can look at over the league and be like, all right, well, I think they solved it.
No. We beat ourselves.
Yeah, we kind of beat
ourselves, even without who?
Even without Jalen Hurts, and that was a big game changer right there. We should have and could have won without him, but definitely with him, I think this outcome is a lot.
It's totally different. It's totally so. What you going to say now? If we had our starting QB, all the people that said that anybody could run this offense, the O-line didn't even look the same. They didn't even block the same.
They did
not without them.
So I'm gonna give it to you very, very simple. When you have a quarterback that's not a threat, meaning a threat with his arm and a threat with his legs, you make it very difficult for an offense that's grew up on that type of quarterback to maneuver. When you put a guy in who's basically a statue back there, Kenny Pickett's a statue. I don't care how many rush yards he might have had, he's a statue, okay? When you put him back there, it's a threat when Jalen puts the ball into the belly of the running back, because at any given time, he can pull it out and run for 15. There's no threat when you got Kenny in that offense at all right?
Not in that sense, no. Not in any sense, actually. I don't think I think his arm is not. I would have rather seen McKee. I'm gonna be honest. I would rather have seen McKee. I know my son was really trying to get me pumped up. He was doing the talking and all that. I just wasn't feeling it. He wanted Kenny to be that guy. He's supposed to be serviceable. I mean, that's what your backup's supposed to be, right? At least serviceable. And I think he did the best that he could do for the talent that he has, but obviously that wasn't enough. And it should have been. It should have been enough with 5 turnovers. Even with Kenny.
It should have been enough. I'm sorry. We scored enough points to win the game. We gave up too many points. We let them gash us on 4th down.
We played down to their level.
Yeah.
We was not aggressive. It was 2 big passes, and Vic got scared. Instead of being the aggressive like we were in the first quarter. In the first quarter, they only had like 8 yards. In the first quarter,
what were we doing in the second half?
They weren't doing anything. None of this other moving the ball down the field. None of that was happening.
Yeah.
We didn't go to any of that. And instead of having, when they have 4 wide receivers, why are we not matching it up and having, I love our linebackers to death, but you got to take one linebacker out. And one linebacker should have to carry a zone against a speedy wide receiver. I don't care how good that linebacker is going to be. But the defense philosophy changed in the second half. It changed.
Yeah. I think it was just sloppy, man. I don't know what these guys. You know what? We talked about in the pregame. I'm glad we got it out of our system. Let's get this out of our system, because I I don't think the defense was dialed in, man. From the penalties from Carter and CJ GJ.
They gotta
That
stop
was
that shit,
that
man.
was undisciplined, man. That was undisciplined, and I think Vic will really have those guys, tuned in for the remainder of the season. This is that letdown game, that game we need to get out our system before we go on this deep run. Because I think for real, it just seems like they might have been a little full of themselves. I mean, that was too much, man. Like you do not put your team at jeopardy, CJGJ, by getting yourself thrown out when you know how important you are to the team. Carter, dumb penalties. You got to control your emotions, man. I want you to play with emotion, but you need to play with them controlled. You can't help us in the locker room. Cannot help
So
us. He would have been a big difference in that passing attack had he been there down the stretch.
Yeah, but since when does talking get you? This ain't the NBA.
that's when the refs want to take over want to take over the
This
game.
is not the
When the
NBA.
refs
All
want to
right,
take
now I
over
didn't
the
go there.
game.
You guys went
No,
there.
I'm
So,
going there. I'm going there right
all
now.
right,
When the
okay,
refs
all right.
want to
Let's
take
go
over a
there.
game, they impose their will by going in these conversations, and they know these football players, they have these chirps back and forth. They know that. They know that. They know that if a player says something to another player and that player throws a punch, which is throwing his helmet off, it's offsetting personal foul penalties. When could another player on the other field ever get his helmet thrown off because he said something and that other player does not get a penalty?
Yeah,
Nowhere,
it was some
but it's against us.
questionable calls, I thought. From Jalen, even I don't know how you got. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there, but it did not seem as though he was concussed to me. I don't know. He even tried to come back
He
in the
seemed a
game.
little loopy. He
He was
did when
loopy.
when the
Yeah.
ref stood him up and looked at him, was like, "Nah, bro, you gotta go to the sideline," because he was like thumbs up, like I'm okay. No, he wasn't.
And unless Antonio, there's no targeting in the NFL like that no more. He was a
What did
runner.
you say?
The last comment I'm gonna put up there.
All right.
I mean, they could call it a not roughing, a personal foul penalty, but it was in a sense of making the tackle. He wasn't down yet. And I mean, I'm not gonna fault Laveau for that hit on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts should have went down a little bit early, so I'm not gonna fault either player. They playing to the whistle. They got to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
But at the same time, we had 5 turnovers. 4 of those turnovers, we scored on 1. The other 4, we turned to 3 points. Like I mean, 4 of them, 3 of them, we turned to 4 points. And
Yeah, we should have
again,
scored more points if we had our quarterback.
and again, Jake Elliott missed another deep field goal that could have been a difference maker in this game.
And it
Right?
was short. He didn't like
Yeah,
miss
yeah.
it by not aiming right. He missed it because he ain't have enough heat on it.
So the thing
Yeah.
about it is this team got to take a deep look at itself and say, we got to stop costing us the game. We got to stop costing us the game.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Carter, this chirping right after the whistle. CJ, GJ, we know you talk. We know you talk. So you probably said something off the freaking rails to get you thrown out this game. You gotta take a look at yourself and say, why are they targeting me? Bite down in your mouthpiece and just walk away. Just don't need to talk to the other team at all.
Mm-hmm. Sue, that's a good point, Sue, you made. I'm sorry. No excuses. Smith catches the ball game
Like the
over.
Falcons
Where
game.
was the defense?
Just
I
like the
mean,
Falcons
yeah,
game.
there was a lot that
Them
could have
drops
been done.
killed us.
Yeah, drops
Killed
killed
us.
us, man. But you know what? And the encouraging thing is, I don't, that's not characteristic of this team. So like I said, I don't think that it was anything that Washington necessarily did. I think it was more of how we performed and us shooting ourselves in the foot than anything. So I'm encouraged that the loss looked like that. If that makes any sense, it didn't look. We didn't get dominated. We didn't get beat. I mean,
No,
I mean,
no.
that's what I
It
mean.
was a self-inflicted L that we should have never taken.
So we can look.
Even losing Jalen, we should have still never taken that L. We were up plenty points. We had a sizable lead. We were getting the turnovers. We were just not finishing. We weren't finishing. O-line was getting beat off the ball. Too much pressure. Mm-mm,
Yeah, and the
mm-mm.
defense just did not perform up to their standard. because
Mm-mm.
we've not seen them perform like this in a very long time. I would venture to say not since the early part of the season have we seen the defense
They're never gonna call
perform
that.
like this. I haven't seen this type of performance in a long time. We
I
usually can
never
count
seen
on
this
them.
many drop passes in a long time. I'm like, what
Ah,
is? Where am
Mm.
I?
Yeah, we did
it's
have too
been
many
crazy.
mental mistakes. To all the critics on the talk show that's going to talk about everything this week, I'm happy y'all got y'all wish out the way because y'all talked this into existence. We need a loss to get it out of our
Let's
system.
see
You
Pickett.
talked
Look,
this
we just need a game
into
manager.
we talk this into existence. When you talk things into existence, you put it in the universe, it manifests itself. So we
Hmm
can't do this. We can't, as a fan base, we got to pick our team up and say, why not let us go continue to win these games? So right now, we got 2 more games against the NFC East. We have to win out.
Yeah,
We have
there's
to win
no
Yeah,
out.
such
I,
there's no
no,
such thing as needing a loss.
nah,
no,
we
you
don't need
don't
a
need a
loss.
loss.
You
Um,
lost against one of your NFC rivals. Like, listen, I might not dislike the Commanders like I dislike some other teams in this division, but it's some things that's uncharacteristic that we had against this game. Like Q giving up a touchdown.
yeah,
Mm,
that was
That
crazy.
if you look at that whole deep, it was a bad call because he was expecting something inside and it never manifests. And that's part on what the defensive call was. Let Q man up. The rest of the game when he manned up against McLaurin,
mhm.
he had one extra catch. Like let's stop this cute stuff and play Eagle football.
Yeah, we started playing soft ass zone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
The hell
Well,
was that?
I think we'll definitely learn from that, and I'm confident that we won't see another performance like this. Um, so I am confident because the one thing that I hang my hat on is that defense. That defense did not look anything that I recognize. It didn't look like anything I recognized
I don't know
with
what that was today.
giving up big first downs at inopportune times and the such. I mean, they did get 5 turnovers, but at the times when they needed to clamp down, they were just very, very leaky and very, very soft, and that's not
Mhm.
something that I recognize out of
A
this
lot of missed
defense.
tackles.
Yeah, a lot of
Lot
missed
of missed
tackles.
tackles.
So I mean, it happened. It's down. I'm not butt hurt. I'm not panicking. I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-mm.
not scared like, oh my God, they're gonna figure like last year when the 49ers snatched our soul. I don't feel like that. You know
No,
what
I'm
I
just
mean?
annoyed.
I'm just basically that's a great descriptive word. I'm annoyed that happened, and I have to face these Commanders fan this week. But hey, enjoy yourselves, man. We're 12-3. Um, Not happy, of course, but we still understand, or we still know that we're looking at a championship caliber team. And on top of all of that, we were minus Jalen Hurts. So for everybody that's talking about he's a game manager or we don't need him or anybody can come run this offense or whatever dumb things you were thinking, you see how important he is to this offense.
And to Pat's
Shut up.
point, when he
Shut up.
can, when you have to scheme against a quarterback that can run, that can carry you if he's running, that can throw. Come on now, it's a whole different game plan.
Whole different game plan. And imagine I know all I can do is imagine at this point, but imagine had he been in the game with a 21-7 lead after the first quarter.
We'll milk the
This would
clock
not, yeah,
down.
this would not have
Oh,
no
they would
way.
have never even got the ball
So
back.
It
so
would not have never got the ball back.
so my brother Shelman's in the building. Shout out to Shell. He's here. Uh,
Shell.
and,
Yo,
and
what's up,
Shell
Sal?
and Shell kept asking why did not run the counter trap, right? The play that pretty much Saquon scores on most of the time, right? I said the reason they're not running the counter trap is that the defensive linemen are going straight down and not giving the opportunity for the trap to be set up. Then also what's happened is the defensive end or outside linebacker that's crushing down, it's going straight to the running back. He's not even looking at the quarterback because the
Yeah,
quarterback is not going to
it's not a
keep the
threat.
ball.
Yep.
It's not a threat. So when you have somebody that's a threat like Jalen, and don't get me wrong, not just with his feet, with his arm, his ability to make big time plays, and put the ball in places. It changed the whole complexity of the offense and the whole team itself. Yes, Smitty dropped the ball. He got to catch those balls. We got to understand something. Every time we drop a ball on the last possession, it's terrible. It's terrible. So we have to make those catches, but just make it a little bit easier for our receivers here and there. I'm not faulting the quarterback whatsoever because that's all 100% Smitty. The ball's in your hands, you catch the ball.
Twice.
All you had to do is catch the ball and go down.
Mm-hmm.
Literally
Yeah.
go down. Will we learn from this? Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You only can go up from here. You only can understand that you beat yourself. Jalen Carter,
Mm-hmm.
you beat yourself. Mekhi Beck did not know which way to go on a perfectly ran
I
out
know,
running
going
play.
the opposite way.
Like,
The hell?
yeah, you got to be better. You
Slay
got to be
not getting
better.
off the field.
Just
Mm-hmm.
call a timeout.
You
Yeah.
know,
If you're the last man on the field and you see, I'll stay my ass on the field. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not allowed to. I'd rather get that 5 yard penalty and prevent a touchdown than run off the field. Nobody's covering the person I was there for. Right?
Yeah.
yeah,
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 That's
the coach
mental.
is
That's
going to have
mental
to clean
toughness.
some stuff up with the communication, with the adjustments. Like it's like they almost lost their mind when Jalen went out.
They did.
Like, what's that got to do with defense?
yeah, definitely. I don't know if that was, if that, how sometimes you have that emotional game. Was last week's game so emotional that we had an emotional letdown this week? Because that's what it seemed like. I mean, sometimes after you had that triple overtime game, you come in and you have an emotional letdown. Was last week with all the controversy and things going on? Was that game such an emotional game that this week was a letdown? Because that's what it looked like. I mean, this defense did not did not perform with the intensity that they usually perform with, the intensity and the focus.
Only for
Usually
the
they're much
first
better.
quarter, it seemed like.
Yeah, only for the first quarter, and I was shocked to see the undisciplined behavior and the such, man. So maybe that's it, and they'll dial back in
Listen,
now. Now that that's behind them,
I
and
I
now that
think
they
Vic.
realize that you can lose if
Mhm.
you don't keep the same focus.
I think Vic needs to sit those two jackasses.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like I'm a Philly caller.
Mm,
Because 2 weeks in a row, Jalen Carter 15-yard penalties. I understand this one against him this week. It shouldn't really be a 15-yard penalty. It's a little
Nah, this
soft.
one was ticky
But
tack.
CJ,
yeah.
GJ, you got a warning. You got a
Yeah.
warning.
Yeah.
Then you got a personal foul. Then you got another one. Like he needs to sit his ass down.
Yeah.
For nothing else, play detrimental to the team because he's going to get fined by the league anyway. Right? Sit his
Mhm.
ass down. That makes him realize that you know what, I can't cost my team, but with my words, I can't because we need you back there. We need you in this playoff push.
Yeah, Karen said Pickett. Ooh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pickett myself, but I'm like, wow. I would have rather them go to McKee. I'm not holding you. I would rather them go to McKee.
Wait a minute.
Sean says it took Hurts getting hurt for the commies to have a chance in the game. Merry Christmas, Manders. Hurts don't get hurt. You get run out of the stadium. Period. Yeah, basically, you get run out. If Hurts doesn't go down, they get run out of the stadium. That's what that
Mhm.
was. What
Yeah,
the
because Jalen
feeling
can make
was. Yeah,
up for when our defense is slacking. That's
right.
another. That's the third. We not just running, not just passing, but putting the game on his back when defense is letting up big plays. That's an intangible. That's an X factor that he also has that people act like doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. Holding the ball is an assist to our defense, especially today when they were not as focused as before. Now again, 5 turnovers, so they did something right. You know what I'm saying? 5 turnovers, but so I'm going to say it was a total team meltdown today. We had the drop passes, like you said, and so the whole team has to look in the mirror, go back to the drawing board, get refocused, and understand that we haven't won shit yet.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't won anything. It's no time. It's no time to relax. No time to be bold. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the trash talking and all that, but under control. controlled trash talking, controlled emotions out there. You can't hurt the team. You got to be able to stay focused and keep your head about you because the job is not over. The job is not over. We just talked about it in the pregame. The job is the standard is the standard. Keep the main thing, and that is to win and hoist the Lombardi Trophy, and that's not been accomplished yet. So everybody stay focused on that goal. It didn't seem like that was the focus today.
Yeah, I don't know what the focus was today. I'm sitting here befuddled. We're going to see these guys again, and I saw a comment where as though the blitzes by Loveloo, whatever his name is, he knew he was on the field wherever he was. He only dropped in coverage 4 times. 4 times I seen him dropping coverage. Every other time he was blitzing. And Grant Quintero, listen, man, put your whole body into somebody.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're 6'5", 245, 55 pounds, whatever you are. Put your whole body in something. Don't just use your arms. You're not an offensive tackle. You don't got that power.
Yeah, if the OC knew they were blitzing, why not a screen? We don't run too many. I don't know why. Yeah,
we don't screen.
I don't know.
We
why.
don't run enough draw plays. We got Saquon Barkley, and you don't see us with no.
No, we don't.
No,
we don't see that. And what is that, man? Like we brought, and I'm not blaming Kellen, but this is not the Kellen Moore I thought I was getting. And I'm one that defended him by pointing out the fact that he's adjusting to this offensive system that he's running now too. He's been asked to blend his offense with an offensive system that has benefited Jalen, and he's still learning and the such. But that doesn't mean that we have to totally abandon plays that you have run in the past. Like a screen pass would have been great sometime here and there. So they're still filling that out. We definitely missed Jalen today. I can't, I hope he's all right. I don't think he's going to miss significant time.
He's not going to miss the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I think they just just for precautionary and being as though that we were up by that many points at that time. I think it was 21-7 at the time. Mm-hmm. They just say, you know what, it's no need to rush you back in. It's no need for you to be under actual true protocol. We're going to err on the side of precaution and hold you out. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a neuroscientist. I'm not the person that does all the evaluations. I'm not in the locker room. I mean, this is just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. He could have been concussed and calling himself Batman for all we know. So,
or the Joker.
So yeah. I mean, as long as he's healthy for this stretch run, I'm okay for them holding him out this game. Shout out to AJ Brown, man. He had like 45 yards worth of penalties off of Lattimore. He showed today why he's an elite wide receiver. Shoot, man. Saquon Barkley stole monster, 150 yards rushing. He went over the 2,000 total yards from scrimmage today. He's about 154 yards away from 2,000. He's 154. Let me make sure I have my math right. He's 159 yards away from being another 2,000-yard back.
All right, that's impressive. It's impressive that he's gotten this far. 109 yards in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. He should have had about 250 today. I mean, like, what I'm saying? 109 yards in the first quarter, and he wound up with 150. And we're looking and saying, oh, he had a great day. No, if you saw the game, he had 109 in the first quarter.
Yeah, his first run was 20 yards alone.
But that's a threat of the quarterback. When you have that threat of the quarterback, you hold all that BS that you saw the rest of the game. That doesn't happen because Now you have to account for Jalen Hurts escaping on the other side. You have to account for that. You can't just
Mhm.
blindly tell your defensive end to crash down. The outside linebacker to crash down when the ball is put in the belly of the running back. You can't do that no longer. So he does hold a significance of this offense. This offense is geared around him and his abilities and what he could do with the offense. This is why this offense has been chugging along either by the air or by the ground is because of Jalen Hurts.
Well, disappointing again, but like Michelle said, annoying. It was annoying more than anything to see this team come out with win the turnover battle 5-1, and
Mhm.
lose a game. I didn't think that was even possible. If you win the turnover battle 5-1, I didn't think it was possible you
That
could lose
because
the
we
game.
beat ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we
Oh my
beat
God.
ourselves.
Yeah. Was it?
Can
I
you
don't think it
imagine if
was.
we had Hurts in this game? We would have put up 40 plus.
Yeah, we definitely would have. And we gave up
They
over
wasn't
30 points.
stopping us with him in the game.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't. So yeah, frustrating loss today. I don't think that it's anything that we should be alarmed with. Of course, the next game will tell everything uh, on whether it's going to be a lasting effect because
I
we
do
do
gotta
face
say this
the
though.
place.
Dark Knight, Nichelle,
Yeah.
the cow
Go.
Dallas. I was about to say something else. Dallas was officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Mm.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, did they? Well, that always makes us feel better knowing that Dallas is eliminated. We still do have to face them next week, and they
I
still
don't
hate
like
us.
losing to I don't like losing to NFC East teams.
No,
I'm
I do
sorry.
not.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
either. I don't either. So
Mm.
this does not sit well with me, but it's something
Mm-mm.
that we gotta sit with. But next week we have the Dallas Cow Turds, so I definitely still want to beat them, whether they're eliminated or not. And I know that they want to beat us. So let's go out there and let's get it on. We're gonna have to quickly put this game behind us
Mhm.
and not let it linger. Address those issues that need to be addressed. Carter, CJ, GJ, and the such. Come on, let's get our game faces back on. We've not accomplished anything yet. We've not accomplished anything yet. So just let's remember that and let's stay focused on the goal. As Jalen would say, if he was in his right mind, keep the main thing the main thing. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
take that shot. If he was in his right mind, if he was in his right mind, he'd been saying, "Let's
he
keep
would
the main thing."
we would have been playing this. He would have been back in this game.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of somebody having a
Yeah, I
concussion.
don't mean to do that.
If you ever had a concussion in your life, you know, like you're not who you really are anymore for a while. Um, you probably got a suit on, like, yo, well, I got two suits on. But anyway, I got to do to the positives. There was some really good positives. Um,
What? You can find that? Where's the positive, Pat? You slow
Jake
down.
Elliott redeemed himself.
All right. Yeah, yeah. I like that. You know,
Eventually,
I had
yeah.
to think about it for a while.
No,
special
I
teams
did.
is looking
I
a
I
little
was rooting
suspect
for that.
though.
Yeah.
I thought
Like
that was good.
Mr. Jones said, they was looking a little suspect.
Who?
The defense.
Special teams.
Oh
No,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We was giving up a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of
You put
lot
it
of
up there. Put it up there.
we was getting away a lot of return yards. Luke McCaffrey was averaging like 40 yards per return. Like we got we gotta get that fixed. What's the special
what's that? What
teams?
special teams doing?
I have
Yeah.
no
I
clue.
don't know.
Jake needs to be kicking off. Jake Elliott needs to be kicking off. I don't know why they got Brandon Mann kicking off as in this type of situation.
I
Jake
just
Elliott
learned
is
his
our
name.
kicker. Brandon Mann.
Hmm.
Wow. The more
Like
You
you
said
know.
literally
what?
the last couple of seasons.
What you say? What's he
I
say?
said I never really paid him much.
Our punter.
Yeah.
Oh no,
But he
he's all
should
right.
not he should not be kicking off.
Well, maybe not that, but as a punter, he's good. He's
Yeah.
good as a punter.
I think the reason why Jake Elliott has been coming up short of his kicks is because he's cold. Brandon Mann is getting all the action by kicking off. Like he's literally Jake Elliott is coming off the bench freezing cold
And he
and
should probably be kicking more on the sidelines into
kicking
the net.
more or just going to the locker room or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think David Wong, if we need somebody, he's volunteering. He said he can kick it off
What
into
up,
the end zone,
Wong?
at least into the end zone. RJ Fletcher's Commanders whack for this one. Yeah, they are. But they're over there celebrating like they just won
Oh,
the Super
and they got
Bowl and
five
all this stuff.
turnovers playing like
Yeah,
bums, and we let them nuts beat us. I'm so mad about that. That's what
I
Well,
I'm
know.
really
That's what
mad
I
that
this
am.
is
we let a
setting up.
team with 5 turnovers beat us.
Yeah,
This is
that's what
setting
I'm
up
mad
for a
about.
first round game against the Washington Commanders. Watch. It's gonna be Washington Commanders is gonna be our first game that we play. It's either
Oh,
them or it's gonna
they
be
don't want
Buccaneers.
a payback game with us. We
Ooh.
the
Nah, they don't
last
want
people
that.
they want to see. They, cause you
Ooh.
know what that payback game gonna look like.
Mm-mm-mm.
That
Yeah, no
that's a
doubt.
short memory. That's gonna still be fresh in the bones.
Yeah, and you know why I'm really upset is I hate to give anybody the thought that they can be in the game. Like like that would have been a crushing, like especially the way it started out. If Jalen stays in that game, that's a crushing win. We win. We crushed
Oh,
them
we would
today.
have crushed them.
We would have
Yeah,
crushed them today, and
absolutely.
I
We
would
were
have
right there on
loved
the
to send
field.
that message to them that we crushed you. We
Mhm.
crushed you. Instead, now we give them some confidence that maybe they can, as long as they compete, they can stay in the game. I don't want that. I wanted to smash them like the
Yeah,
cockroaches they were. Two turnovers early in the game. We score on all of them, and we're a slow starting team, and we had 21 points in the first quarter. I was definitely like, all right, things are changing now. This may be the way we look going into the playoffs. We scored 10 last week in the first quarter, 21 in the first quarter this week. It's turned around for us. That's all we were needing was
yeah.
early game scoring, and to put with our dominating defense and the offense that can run the clock out with a 10.5 minute drive. You put all that together, we were on the trajectory. Was just like we were going back to 22 level domination. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I was looking forward to that, and then funny thing happened on the way to a blowout. So we have gone down 36-33 against the Washington Commanders. Um, all right, I guess I'm back in the lead for having the most accurate prediction.
Yeah, you are actually.
All right, no, but to recap on that, Pat pulled out our preseason season predictions. That we do annually when the schedule comes out, and remarkably enough, all three of us were in the ballpark with the records this year. And I know you guys were
What
probably
was
looking
it?
at
Can you refresh? Because I forget.
Well, me
I
and
had
you.
us down for 14-3, and you and Pat had us down for 15-2.
Oh,
Yes, 15-2, and
y'all made me and Pat look foolish.
not foolish. Look, are you kidding me? How many people probably were looking at our program and thinking that we were just a bunch of homers? Those
Oh,
guys.
yeah,
I
we're
mean,
smart.
like at the
We're the
beginning of
smart
the
one.
year, how many people looked at us like, man, they're just a bunch of homers.
Yep.
How's
Yep.
somebody going to win 15, only lose 2 games? They got two new coordinators and such and such. Surprise! You're watching Eagles Talk, the home of the great prognosticators. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. We know what we're talking about. 15-2, 14-3, and we are not off. We are
Nope.
not off. We were not way out of the ballpark here.
No, we right here with it.
Yep,
We
we
right
right
here with
here.
it.
So don't get it twisted. So that's funny that that
we.
that, that happened.
I
Read.
want to say this to Hassan real quick. I see a comment. So you said, yeah, defense had a good game, 5 turnovers, and we still lose. I can't be mad at them. Yes, you
I'm
can.
mad at defense.
Yeah, I
Yes, you
can
They,
be
can.
mad
they
at
allowed
that
they
one.
allowed over 30 points. As as
Period.
as, as a football player, you have something that's called integrity. You have something that call
Pride.
your
Pride.
baseline, your
Pride.
pride
Yeah.
that you do not want a team to get past. And at one point, we held them to where we want that goal to be met.
Yeah.
To give up 30 points to a team like the Washington Commanders, where literally you can man up everybody across the board. You can man up everybody across the board. Terry McLaurin, yes, he did have a touchdown. What kind of coverage that was a terrible coverage. But besides that one catch, he had 5 catches for 50 yards.
Hmm.
And there's all different dinks and dunks passes opposite
Mhm.
from Q.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And if he's only had 50 yards and he had a 40-yard touchdown, what sense does that make? Then he had a 40-yard
Doesn't.
touchdown. He had a 32-yard touchdown. His total yardage is 60 or 5 for 60.
Yeah.
You take away
Yeah.
that 32-yard touch, he has 32 yards. So it's some good things you can take away. The turnovers, just punching the ball out, getting these
Yeah.
fumbles, these interceptions. We gotta turn these interceptions into touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Touchdowns and long drives.
Reed Blankenship, and he look like he's running with the football like he never returned an interception a day in his life.
Right? Running
Yeah.
all slow.
We got to be aggressive when we get the ball in our hands and not let this other team, not let our foot off the necks of these teams. We got to do that, man. We got to learn from that.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
And we let
All
them off the gas today.
Yes, we did.
What do you predict that the talk is going to be this week? What's the talk? What's the narrative? What's the narrative?
I don't know because they scrambling
I
now.
know.
What you gonna say now? Because it definitely ain't on Jalen.
Nope.
Because we
Yeah.
was killing the team. We had 5 turnovers. We had drops after drops. We let them put up 30 plus points on us, and we still put up 30 plus points. We should have won.
Yeah.
What you gonna say? The narrative will be, well, see, we could do it without Jalen. No, you can't, because that's the X factor. That's the X factor to the time of possession. That's the X factor to never letting them get that ball back to even have 40 seconds on the clock to march down.
Yeah.
the field.
Facts. That's big facts right there. They don't even get that ball back if Jalen's
Nope.
there. No.
My thing is, why do we play a different defense when it's under a minute left? This is the second game this has happened with the Falcons. It happened
Falcons,
with matter of fact, even happened with the Jaguars. Like we put our tail between our legs and we cower away instead of being the aggressive. We sit back and let them just do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. We gotta always be on the aggressive. You gotta always be closing. ABC, right, Shell?
Right. Oh, listen, and we have to, because if they're running up against the number 1 defense, but they're still the number 1 in the league on 4th downs. So 4th down, we should be about it.
Man, 4th and 11. You bring the house.
Yeah.
4th and 11.
Oh my goodness.
You make
That
it
was a
hot and kicking,
backbreaker.
and you make him make that decision quicker than he should. You don't sit back. You know what? I'm getting hyped up for no reason. I'm gonna take my shot. Cheers.
That was a back-breaking play right there.
That's
All
a
right.
good report card. Let's see if Elliot has that report card on the radio. Long special
What do you
teams
say?
F,
Special team.
line, offensive line D-, defense D-, coaching F.
No.
Yeah.
I give the D a C-.
Yeah, I'll give the D
Only
a C
because of the
minus.
5 turnovers.
Yeah,
So I'll up them to a C-, but a C- ain't gonna win us games.
Right.
No.
I'll give you that. I concur. That is a C- performance. And just because of the 5 turnovers. You take those 5 turnovers away, and they're probably D territory easily. Easily. Come on, man. That last touchdown, come on. You gotta be kidding me. And how much time? How much time did they do that in?
They did
That
that
was-
with 10
No
seconds
time.
left.
No
Yeah.
time.
That's inexcusable. You cannot give up a touchdown, a length of the field touchdown too. Like it wasn't like
They should have known. Everybody should have been crowding that end zone.
yeah, that was horrible. Horrible. 2 touchdowns like that too. Like 2 touchdowns where I didn't see anybody around the receiver. Like where was the coverage? So
Everybody,
yeah,
I would have had the corners, the line, everybody in the end zone.
So they went zone.
That ball.
They went zone. All right, so they went zone. And what they did, they went Tampa 2 zone. So that middle linebacker has to carry that zone all the way through the middle of the field. All the way through no matter how deep the receiver gets, it's on that linebacker. So even though he never opened his hips or in that situation when 10 seconds left, you don't call that defense. You don't call that defense.
well, Vic learned something today, and so did we, that our defense needs to tighten up and stay focused. And I'm sure that he'll get us back on the right page next week, and we'll see it against the Dallas Cowturds we can't start a bad trend here. We know we're going to the playoffs,
Mhm.
and we need to get right back on our winning ways. We don't want to go in uh, trying to gain our momentum back and all that. So I don't think it's time to rest anybody or anything like that. I think that we still need to play. We still need to stay sharp. And I say that with the belief that we probably don't have a great chance of getting the number one seed now with that loss. So if that's
That's
the case,
that's really what I'm pissed about. Is
right,
like
yeah, that's what I'm pissed.
ruined our chances at the number one seed with this L.
I'm
Right.
fine. I'm fine with it. Listen, if we gotta go to Detroit and bust their ass, we gotta go to Detroit and bust their ass. It's football.
I know
Yeah.
right,
Regardless
Pat.
of home field advantage or not, whatever you call it is, if it's not Penn State and hearing that crowd, it's not going to factor anything in what the Eagles need to do when they bust their ass. If we win the NFC East, NFC conference championship in Detroit, so be it.
Yeah, I don't have a doubt that we can do that. I really don't. I don't have a doubt that we can't beat anyone at their turf. I just wanted the easiest path. I mean, if you ask me the truth, would I rather play that game in Detroit or have two games at home and then go to the Super Bowl? I'm gonna pick the two games at home. So I'm more disappointed that we just don't have that option now,
But
unless
you got to
Detroit have
also
a big
understand
play.
something too, Dark Knight in the Shell. It's not a give me that Detroit makes it to that NFC Championship game.
That part.
Yeah, that's true.
All
That is
right,
That
very
part.
true.
it's not a
And we're
gimme.
we're hella road warriors. So
Yeah, yeah,
to Pat's point,
All the way
I'm
to South
never
America.
yeah.
I'm just saying, we still won.
Yep.
All the way to
Yes,
South
we did.
America.
We went on the road. It just is what it is. And we have been winning on the road for like the last 3 seasons.
Hmm.
Hey, listen, Detroit lost last week and they thought the ceiling was falling. We lost this week because we lost our player. We lost our heartbeat of our team. When he comes back next week, you're gonna see a whole different type of offense. So it might not be the same thing where AJ is getting targeted 19 times a game and
Yeah,
throwing nothing up to him, but you're gonna see a difference in how the defense plays the running game because literally if as a defensive end, you cannot just attack the running back when you have Jalen Hurts there.
yeah, you
So
can.
I was just looking at the
Period.
play just now when he got concussed. That whole defensive line opened up. That whole defensive line opened up because of the threat of giving the ball to Saquon. And listen, I'm gonna take me another shot. I'm not getting amped up right now.
All right. Now, Pat, y-
Yes,
we're not going to the hospital. I'm just repeating what I heard Stephanie say
I'm
earlier.
not. I'm not.
We
I'm
ain't
not
going
going.
to the hospital today. So you need to chill. I know you go over there with Shell. Shell don't even drink like that. Shell over there,
Someone
he
over
probably
here
got
drinking
some
some salted
fruity,
caramel whiskey.
yeah, salted caramel whiskey. Here we go.
This is what he drinking.
So,
Some
so
old
we
smoky.
gotta
Oh
we brought
boy.
Nutshell in here because she had more balls than he did. It's like no,
Well, no. I give it to him. This is a step up. I appreciate what he's doing with this one. This is a
I
step
bet
up.
it's hella sweet too.
Um,
that's sweet. That's sweet. Shell is a sweet drink. He's a sweet drinker.
we gonna start talking about my brother, man. I love my brother.
I know you do. And I love my cousin, but that's what he is. He's just a sweet drinker. Just throw a little umbrella in that drink, that shot when he pours it. That's all I'm saying. Just throw a little
Hey
umbrella in
I
Mario.
think I gotta taste that. I gotta taste that shot, man.
there.
I gotta taste
Yeah,
that
good
shot.
days. We
Hold
lost.
on, man.
Mario is over in Italy, right? That's the Mario that's over in Italy.
No, he's in Australia.
I thought he's in Australia.
Australia. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
Australia. I
He's
got Italy on the
come
mind
on.
because
It's
the
it's
daughter
our
goes.
down under family.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, yo, so I gotta give a shout out to my daughter who turned dang, how old she turned today?
Whoa,
41. Phew,
woo!
41. My
Happy
daughter.
birthday, cuz.
Yes. Happy birthday, Key. All right. So
Oh
let me
my,
see what you guys saying out
that
there.
is.
That number one seed gets you a bye too.
You,
Now we got to play an extra game. I know that's what I missed too. I wanted two games, and you talking about we in this championship. I mean Super Bowl. Anyone know how concussion protocol works? If anybody
yeah.
does, give me
So
a
yes.
breakdown.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when you're officially put in concussion protocol, Um, you're given a whole lineage of tests. They determine that you're in protocol. You have to be in protocol for at least 3 days. So they evaluate you for 3 days, and on that third day, when you come in, they give you the same test that they gave you before to make sure that you where your baseline is. If you clear that, then you can clear protocol. That's why a lot of people that have concussions on a Sunday, if they have another game on a Monday, I mean on a Thursday or something like that, they know they don't clear it because that's the fourth day. And you got to get practicing on the third
Yeah, they
day.
don't have any practice.
They'll
Yeah.
have no
Right.
practice then. So being star our game is going to be at 4:25 next week. It's a strong chance that if he does clear protocol, which is going to be a Wednesday,
You can
he
practice Thursday,
he can
Friday, and
practice Thursday
Saturday.
because they hold you out of practice. You
Yeah.
can't practice. They hold you out of practice. Then he could practice and get into game planning and stuff like that with the team.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So there you have it. Our crack staff. We're very knowledgeable here. Thank you, Pat. Rachel says, let me take another shot. Two, she's doing the three amigos, Robin. On to the next game. Okay with losing more uh, than in the playoffs. Yes. Oh, okay, than losing now, right? I'm with you on that. Than to lose in the playoffs, of course. Jack says, I'm waiting on a bottle of Shay. Yeah, Laporte now, any day now. Are you talking about that Shay? That Uncle
That
Shay?
Laporte, yeah.
Yeah. um, Jack, I'm speaking into existence. Jalen's in
That's what we're
100%
doing
good
here. We
health.
speaking everything into
Yeah,
existence.
that's what we're doing. Yeah, I think he's going to be okay.
Hmm.
I hope that he's okay by next week. Not, and I'm not talking about. I'm talking about genuinely okay. I'm not hoping that they rush him through the protocol just so he can play. I want him to be genuinely okay because I would like to see him play next week, right? If he's not, then yes, of course, please do what is best
Left the
for
door.
him and make sure we have a healthy Jalen Hurts for the playoffs. But if at all possible he's healthy enough to play next week, I would love to see him out there because we have to get this nasty taste out of our mouth. What I don't want, and the reason why I want to see it, because I don't want him to, um, be rusty, so to speak, or
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to get
He needs
himself
to. He needs to
together.
stay in rhythm.
Right.
Hmm.
I want him to stay in rhythm. So that's why I would like to see him out there on the field next week. And if we don't have anything to play with, at least a half and then sit him in the second half. You know what I mean? To give him his rest that way. But I don't want him totally out of games, like, what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So hopefully Jalen is okay. He was a little loopy. I've been overruled. My mind, my heart just wants to believe that he was okay to play, but he
He was
wasn't
so not.
okay. He was not okay to play. All right, so he had to come out, and I'm upset that not upset, but just annoyed that we lost to the Commanders, but relieved that again it was nothing that I saw that you know revealed a chink in our armor. It was more us imploding than them beating us. And
Hmm.
I feel better about the loss just because of that fact. I think we're still one of the top two, three teams in
It
the
was a
league.
sloppy game for us.
Yeah, it was just a sloppy game for us. So we'll get things back together, man. And we'll talk about it on Thursday, guys. So come back Thursday upon further review. Well, we'll have some time to look at this game, and I still will look at it. I looked at the Steelers game about 4 times, but I'll look at this game too. As painful as it is to watch, and we'll come back on Thursday and talk about it in depth, and also preview our upcoming game against the Dallas Cowboys. So you guys go enjoy these 4 o'clock games and tonight's game. And most of all, enjoy your Christmas holiday on Wednesday.
Yes. Happy
Yes,
holidays.
everyone have a happy and Merry Christmas. And we will see you guys the day after where you can tell us what you got. All right. So I'm your man, Dark Knight, for my co host, Nichelle and Pat. We will see you guys on Thursday. We're out. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.